my name is Sienna Gomez. Welcome to the online info session. I'm glad you're here. If you are here watching the video, that means that you've probably filled out the application already. And if you haven't, go ahead and click in the description below to find the link to be able to apply. I'm gonna tell you about CrossPurpose and who we are and what we stand for in the community and why we're here and what our program really offers. The first question that I would love to ask you across the screen is, what's held you back? What different barriers have you faced in your own life, the things that have come up against you? Maybe that's being a single parent. Maybe that's having a felony or something on your background that's held you back. Or maybe that's the cost of training and certifications and programs. Regardless of what it is, CrossPurpose has seen a lot of those things, and we exist to abolish those different barriers in our community. So as we go through our presentation today, I hope that you see just the different ways that CrossPurpose is existing and what we have to offer for our June 1st program. CrossPurpose is 9 months long, so our program will start on June 1st. And our goal at the end of the 9 months is that you would be making a living wage with advancement opportunities within that. We offer training and certifications and full tuition scholarships for free to you. And in addition to that, we're also a paid program, which means that if you are adhering to the right responsibilities and attendance requirements and things like that, then you could get $200 a month. In order to graduate at the end of those 9 months, you have to be working in your career. Our entire team wants the best for you. We want you to be set up so that you can go into the career that you came into CrossPurpose looking to obtain. The other thing that I'll note is the word leader. So our program participants, we refer to them as leaders because I can't lead that change in your life. That has to be something that you do. So right now, if you filled out our application, then that means that you're in the recruitment and admissions phase. So if you have done that, then our admissions coordinator will be in touch with you in regards to next steps. Now, if you were to be accepted into our program, you would move into personal development, skill development, and then career launch. And I will talk to you about each of those phases individually. Within personal development, that's 6 weeks long. So there's a lot that personal development covers. The reason that we have that is we want to develop you personally so that you can succeed professionally. So a couple of the things that we'll go over. Attendance. Within our program that starts on June 1st, general attendance is Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., having that time blocked out so that you can focus on your schoolwork and things like that. Then Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll talk about what that means, but we call that time family gathering time. And then Fridays for the first 6 weeks you would have off. So we keep that Friday off for you so that you can schedule your TANF, your housing appointments, things like that. We want to keep that Friday for you to get everything done, and then really having you present from that Monday to Thursday as we go through our program together. And then we talked about the paid program part of CrossPurpose. So this is where that would kick in. And then this is also when the career coaching would kick into place. So career coaches are the people who are really there for you to support you and to walk with you through your time at CrossPurpose. Other parts of personal development that we go over as a class are networking. How do we do that well in this society? And then professional development. What does it look like in terms of your communication with your boss or with people like that you're interacting with? Other things like life skills. So financial literacy. So my example of that is like when you get your first job that it's your dream job. Are you spending your first paycheck on the flat screen TV that you want? Or are you spending that paycheck on things like your savings, your rent and utilities, and taking care of your needs first before you go for your wants? It's things like that, right, that we get to talk about in personal development because we want to ensure and help you as best as we can to be the best version of yourself moving into the career field. So then after personal development, which is capped again at 6 weeks, we would move into skill development. So for our June 1st class, we're offering a select variety of classes for you to pursue and career tracks for you to engage in. It's a self-paced program. So depending on what your life situation is like at home, skill development can take 2 months to a little bit longer. And then after you would finish skill development and finish with your course in that and obtain your certification, then you would move into career launch. So career launch would backfill any of that extra 9 months that you didn't work on your skill development for. So career launch would be where you are applying, where you're interviewing, where you are doing the hard work of getting a job, right? So we still have to have you do those things, and CrossPurpose is positioned very well to be able to give you job leads and things like that. And while we so wish that we could hand you a job on a silver platter, realistically we can't do that. So you still have to do the work. So what I like to talk about is within career launch, you're really pulling in personal development and skill development, those things together within Career Launch so that you can pursue that career that you have been desiring and going for the past however long that might be. So the second part of our program, the first part is career development. The second part is our community development piece. So we talked about coaches. Career coaching starts in personal development. And career coaches, their job is to really be that person, like I said, to walk with you, to support you. They meet with you officially once a month, but other than that, they are scheduling appointments with you to figure out your resume and your cover letter and your references, things like that. And then the family gathering. So family gathering is Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. The purpose of family gathering for us at CrossPurpose is really to develop social capital. So when you're trying to get a job, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. If you have a small group of friends that you are reaching out to for jobs versus a large group of friends that you're reaching out to, you have a better chance at getting a job when you have greater social capital or more people in your corner. And family gathering, where you meet other leaders from both classes, and then you always also meet allies. So our allies, that's that third component, they're community volunteers who are dedicated to your success, and they've come in and they're really willing to walk with you and in there to be an extra buffer for you to walk through that time with you. Throughout this presentation, I hope that you can see that our program has high expectations. So if we talk about the performance-based stipend, or if we talk about attendance requirements, or why we have our time requirements that we do, we have high expectations because we want to put you into the workplace at the best professional level that you possibly can be. So we recognize that we have high expectations. So when you're coming through our program, if you were to be accepted, we would ask that you would honor all of our requirements. So that's attendance and dress code when you're on calls and things like that. We would ask that you'd honor those, and then that you would strive to maintain sobriety. We know that in Colorado, marijuana is legal. So if you test positive for THC on a random UA, you can lose a job. And the reason that CrossPurpose has this expectation that all of our accepted leaders would be at a level of 0 for their THC is so that we can really propel them in a way to succeed in the workplace. So that's why we're setting those rhythms into place with attendance, dress, THC, things like that. If you test positive for something harder than THC when you come in for your drug test, then that is a disqualification from our program, and we would talk about that with you. The next part is that we would ask that you would maintain a high standard of workplace ethic and professionalism. Again, it's just to get those rhythms set into place for you so that when you go into the professional workplace, you're good to go. So we don't expect you to do and to uphold all these high expectations by yourself. Realistically, our staff team is here to support you, so we meet these high expectations with really high support. So we have wraparound support, which means that we have about 30 staff members and a lot more volunteers who are engaged with you and who want to see you win. So they're those people who are going to walk with you really intentionally throughout the program. Then loving community and increase in social capital. You have the opportunity to learn and to know so many more people because of CrossPurpose and increasing your social connections. Then access to community partners for resources and assistance. So we have really great relationships with partners in the community who have different answers than we can. So if we don't have an answer, we would love the opportunity to get to research that for you and to find the answer for you. Then the last thing within high support is that we have staff committed to helping you find employment through job leads, volunteers, and community partners. So like I said earlier within Career Launch, we can't hand you a job on a silver platter. We can do our best, and we will do our best and are committed to doing this, of giving you as many job leads and different things that we can at the very end of our program to help you obtain your career. So, key details and reminders. There's a lot here, so I hope you remember all this, or just take a screenshot. So we're a 9-month commitment. Our program will start on June 1st. Our general attendance requirements, so Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Fridays, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. However, remember that during personal development, Fridays are off, so you would start going on Fridays again during skill development and continuing on through that. We're a drug-free program, so that's why we talk about THC and we want to see your levels at 0. Then our relative restriction policy. We love that CrossPurpose is a highly sought after program, and realistically we have seen what it looks like when family members try to come through the program at the same time, and it can cause drama and it can cause relational strife and different things like that. So we have a policy that if you and your brother or sister or even your boyfriend or girlfriend are interested in coming to our program or applying, if you were to both be accepted, you would have to start on 2 different dates. So one of you would start on June 1st and the next person when our next program starts later on this year. And that's just so that we can help you honor your relationship, we can honor our staff and the other leaders that are involved. So then the other piece is full tuition scholarships. So we talked about that at the very beginning, that we have those for you to be able to use, and CrossPurpose has chosen to spend money in those ways to provide that for free for you. Then the $200 monthly performance stipend, remember, it's up to $200 a month. Like we said, we know that that's not going to cut the cost for everything for you, but we hope it's enough of a buffer. Then there is a graduation bonus if at the end of the 9 months you complete all of those requirements. And then CrossPurpose's faith identity. So 5 years ago, we were started out of a church that actually meets in our building on Sunday mornings called Providence Bible Church. It's a Christian church in the community, and we like to be really honest with you. You don't have to be Christian or religious or have any aspect of God in your life. You can be gay, straight, bi, trans, however you identify, you are welcome here. We're really proud of that, but we just like to be honest with how we were started, and there's an aspect of our program that is optional if you're interested in pursuing more of the Christian faith and learning more about God and Jesus. So that is an option. We just like to be honest. And then the final thing is that our next class starts on June 1st, and we're still accepting applications, and we can't wait to potentially review your materials. So thank you for watching this info session, and we hope you have a good day.